So we are about to start. We will just share the screen with you. Okay, so before we start, maybe just if you have any questions, you can just post as we wait for others to join, maybe for 2 more minutes. Like if your question was not answered yesterday, maybe you can post it today, or maybe you can ask today. So we will try to cover. Now, okay. So to begin, let's start with the invocation. एक प्रार्थना से, प्रेयर से शुरुआत करते हैं सेशन की. Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Inhale and exhale slowly. Concentration on be concentrated on every inhalation and exhalation. Relax your body, relax your emotional state, your mind, and silently say to the universal supreme Parabrahman, or the supreme God, or Allah, we humbly invoke your divine blessings for divine light, love, and mercy. We thank you for your divine protection. We thank you for the blessings of illumination, inner guidance, clarity, intuition, with the blessings of enthusiasm, joy, happiness, harmony, goodwill, and the will to do good. We thank you for the blessings of humility, of better understanding of the teaching of death and life after death. May this mystery be demystified as we progress through this journey, and help us open our inner eyes to the beautiful world that surrounds us, the inner worlds, the spiritual worlds. May we be able to experience expansion of consciousness and expanded awareness about this subject, not just in terms of knowledge, but having inner experiences as we continue the study and continue the practices which we will learn as part of this curriculum. With thanks and in full faith. Thank you to all the saints, all great religions, all the avatars, prophets, messiahs, especially to my teacher, to his teacher, and all the great teachers. Thank you. Thank you for your priceless blessings. Okay, slowly open your eyes with a big, big smile. Welcome again to the day 2. Just checking Is the voice and video quality okay? I mean, you can hear clearly, yes? All right. Thank you. So there are some questions here, maybe. Okay, so there's a question about how long this program will be. I've not decided a particular term or a period. I am just taking it as it goes because we will be taking this session much more deeper from the second week, where we will touch different aspects of the death and afterlife and certain topics. For example, there will be a topic where on particularly on hell. There will be a topic particularly about the heaven world. There will be a particular topic about the process of dying. There will be a particular topic about how the soul takes birth, and so on. So this requires some time, you know. So I'm just taking it slowly and gradually. And in the initial sessions, we are trying to create an excitement, also a foundation. That's why we're not taking it immediately to the main subject, but first we are creating a certain foundation around it, a certain interest around it, so that you can continue to stay till the end. Because this subject requires an openness of the mind. So before the mind can be open, it needs to be stirred up. It needs to be excited, what I'm saying. Because कई बार ये teachings जो होती है, it goes bouncer कई लोगों के लिए, या उनके जो प्रीकंसीव्ड आइडियाज हैं या प्रीकंसीव्ड नोशंस है डेथ के बारे में, आफ्टर लाइफ के बारे में, वो इतने रिजिड होते हैं दैट इट टेक्स टाइम फॉर देम जब कोई न्यू इंफॉर्मेशन उनको प्रेजेंट की जाती है. So before we go to the in-depth truths, we need to first create certain basis or foundation around it. That is the goal. या फिर आप में एक क्या बोलते हैं उसे, क्यूरियोसिटी या उत्सुकता जो है वो धीरे धीरे इसे जागे, and then once you are more receptive, then we take it to the more serious part of it. I mean, not serious in a way that technically serious, but on the deeper journey of the subject. Okay. So there's a question regarding what happens between two lifetimes or two births. So we will discuss this gradually. So आज के सेशन में हम लोग और भी कुछ फैक्ट्स पे बात करेंगे, जो रिफ्लेक्टिव फैक्ट्स है, जो आपके माइंड को चर्न करेंगे, स्टिर करेंगे, सो दैट यू आर फोर्स टू थिंक. लर्निंग प्रोसेस कैसी होनी चाहिए? द लर्निंग प्रोसेस इंक्लूड यू टू फर्स्ट ऑल्सो हैव सम क्रिएटिव इमेजिनेशन ऑफ, कि आपको एक अगर टॉपिक दिया गया है, इफ वी गिव यू सम पॉइंटर्स, you start to stretch your mind to think, oh, it is also like this, it is also like this. या कुछ reflective ideas दिए गए, so it churns your mind, it opens your mind. Uh, it's like a, let's say, lotus which was closed. Now we are trying to open it. It was a bud, and when we are trying to open, once it is open, more information, more energy can go inside. But if I try to put the heavy topics in the beginning, जहाँ पे we force you to understand, okay, this is how things are, then maybe some of you will just, leave behind, yeah, maybe not continue journey. So we're taking you slowly, gradually, and there's no hurry. Every day we just need to spare some time. So आगे बढ़ते हैं. Yesterday we talked about the purpose of this discussion. ये हमने क्यों शुरू किया? Because we know that ये सबसे ज़्यादा misunderstood subject है, misinterpreted, and a lot of lies, a lot of darkness is around the subject. कोई भी, like, have you, like, there are hardly any times जहां आप एक रेस्टोरेंट में बैठे नहीं, टॉकिंग अबाउट डेथ विद सम पर्सन. ओनली व्हेन समबडी डाइज अराउंड यू, जस्ट फॉर दोज डेज लोग डेथ के बारे में थोड़ा बात करते हैं. They are concerned suddenly. But other than that, nobody wants to talk about this subject. That is why it remains a mystery, and because of that, uh, all the problems in the world exist. As I said, yesterday, Lord Buddha was also trying to teach the people about death and afterlife through the Four Noble Truths. He indicated that the cause of suffering in this world is avidya, or ignorance. That's also the Vedantic philosophy, or the Upanishads speak, that the true cause of all suffering in the world is ignorance. We want to really continue to live an ignorant life. We don't think that this information is needed or is that important. जबकि आज अगर आप देखेंगे that using Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media platforms, we are feeding the brain with garbage day in day out. And according to science, आज लोग जो है एक average 60,000 thoughts create करते हैं. They collect it from so many places, news, this, that. But how much of that information is really useful? How much of that information really transforms your life? ये question बहुत कम लोग पूछते हैं. True or not true? We just mindlessly swipe through the unending reels or posts every single day without thinking of the consequence of our actions. Because we have to understand, we live in a world of causes. कर्मा के बारे में जैसे कल हम लोग क्वेश्चंस कर रहे थे, तो we live in a world of causes. Every action that you take has a consequence. इसका आपको आगे हिसाब देना पड़ेगा in terms of you will be held responsible for it. You cannot just think that this is a free life. Do you think this is a free life and you can do whatever you want? Now, to understand this phenomena, I want you to understand this. Think of God, think of the planet as a, let's say, there's a planetary God. Okay? And think of the planet as body. And think of every human being, plant, animal, as one cell in the body of the planet. Now, together we serve a purpose. Just like the body together serves a certain purpose to the whole being, which is your body. But one day imagine one of the cells says, oh, I don't want to serve anymore. I want to do something, some of my own stuff. मैं अपना कुछ करना चाहता हूँ. I don't want to live an individual life, separative life. What will happen? That cell will create rebellion and chaos. And what does the body, what does the brain and the endocrine system do when that happens? For the welfare of the greater good, what does the body will do? It will discard the cell. True or not true? Yes? Will it discard the cell or will it not? Because the cell has chosen to live a separative life, it doesn't serve the purpose of the greater whole, because it cannot see beyond itself. That is the problem with mankind. The reason we suffer is we have a very, what is this? There's a term in the science. They say, I think Pranati ji can explain. There's a certain kind of vision when your vision becomes very narrow. What is it called, Pranati ji? I think. Are you listening? What is the condition of the vision called when the vision becomes very narrow? You don't see a broader vision. Can you unmute? And I'm forgetting the word. Maybe cataract vision, or I don't know what vision. The idea is we sometimes see the world through a pinhole. So we don't see the greater reality of life, and that is why we experiences consequences we call karma. Right? So Yes, Pranati.
Tubular vision.
Sorry?
Tubular vision.
The tubular vision where you cannot see like.
We just see what we want to see, just one point.
Okay, okay.
Rest of the view, the entire picture doesn't come to our
And it's a
perception.
disease, right? It's a disease condition.
Yes,
Okay,
glaucoma advanced stage we get tubular vision.
okay. Tubular vision. Most people, they have a tubular vision where they do see the unity of life, the greatness of life. And that is why we suffer. So study sessions like this are meant to help us broaden our vision so that we can see the wholeness of life. Now tell me, if let's say all the cells of my finger decide to rebel against the body, what does the body do? The body has to cut the finger off. True or not true? That is the exact case when we have certain kind of diseases, when a part of the body has to be cut off because it no longer serves the unity consciousness, which it does not serve the greater whole. Are you able to understand why we are discussing this? Part of this study is to also understand the purpose of life. And one of the purposes of life is to study the self, the soul, which you and me are. In reality, we are not this body. We are not the emotions and thoughts which we think we are. And that's why I have created certain, pointers today, which we will discuss. So let's go to the pointers. You can see my screen, right? Okay, so just some facts to understand. Again, these are like uh, they are brain teasers, you can say, or they make you think. So, what is the fact? The human soul is a seed for future universe and has every power and potentiality to become a junior god. You cannot become the ultimate god, because we will always be part of the god. So we at least you can become a junior god after maybe hundreds of thousands of years of efforts, but you can. So a man or a soul is a universe in itself. This is not a philosophy, this is not a hypothesis, but a reality. Just like there is an entire tree in a seed, you are the seed of a whole universe, which is expanding, growing, and opening, developing the potentialities. Like you remember us yesterday, I said your goal is to go from human kingdom, which is the fourth kingdom, to superhuman kingdom. यहाँ से अभी next goal जो आपका है is to become a superhuman. Means आपके जो spiritual potentials है उसको further develop करना है. आपका mind, mental powers, psychic powers, and so on. And from there you become a deva. Next level is to become a deva or an angel. And then because when you become an angel, you will be assigned a group of other humans to help. Once you are able to successfully do this for hundreds of years, thousands of years, then you are assigned a greater group. Maybe you become an archangel. Maybe you are assigned an entire country. So you will be like a angel presiding over a country and guiding those souls through the revolution. Millions and millions of years ago, after, you will be assigned a whole planet. And if you read, do you read spiritual books? Like, I want you to go and search the book, Autobiography of a Yogi. In that book, there is a story of a teacher called Shri Yukteswar Giri. He was a great spiritual teacher. I want you to type or write down this name, Shri Yukteswar Giri. So there's a story about this teacher. According to him, after he reached the stage of a Jivan Mukta, or he became a God realized teacher or God realized saint, he was assigned by God 7 options, like whenever you reach a stage of a let's say God realized person, और उस लेवल पे जो आपका प्रमोशन होता है, you are always given options to choose. So one of the option was to become a deity or a god of a energy planet. I repeat, you need to read that. It's called um, this planet is made up of energy. Like in pranic healing, Master Chow Sui says, we have a physical body, then we have an energy body. हमारा physical body भी है और हमारा energy body भी है. Energy body interpenetrates the physical body and it is beyond the physical body. इसी तरह से हर planet का भी अपना एक energy body होता है जो physical planets है, जैसे कि हमारे 9 planets है. But in solar system exist planets जो physical नहीं है. They are called non-physical planets. They are called etheric planets or energy planets. Maybe हो सकता है they have already evolved to that level, या maybe they are condensing. इसको ऐसे सोचिए कि बर्थ एंड डेथ के जैसा सोचिए. जब एक शिशु का जन्म होता है तो उसका फीटस ग्रो होने से भी पहले या फीटस डेवलप होने से भी पहले उसका एनर्जी बॉडी बनता है या एनर्जी फॉर्म बनता है. जस्ट लाइक यू कैन सी इन द पिक्चर. ऑन अ सिमिलर लेवल एज अबव सो बिलो, एक प्लैनेट भी सबसे पहले इमोशनल मेंटली उसका इमोशनल एंड मेंटल फॉर्म बनता है जो सटल सूक्ष्म फॉर्म होता है, एंड देन उसका एनर्जी फॉर्म क्रिएट होता है विच कैन से एज द मोल्ड. एंड ये प्रोसेस को बिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स लगते हैं. सो प्लानिटरी, लेट्स से प्लानिटरी चाइल्ड या प्लानिटरी बेबी या planetary fetus grows over, let's say, just a figure of speech, 9 million years. Let's say अगर humans को 9 months लगते हैं to take a form or a shape, planetary baby or fetus or a baby planet takes, let's say, 9 million years or 90 million years, God knows, to take a proper solid shape. But it does not mean कि उसमें life process शुरू नहीं होती है. सो देर आर प्लैनेट्स जहां पे लाइफ प्रोसेस एग्जिस्ट करती है बट इन अ सटल फॉर्म. बट अभी इस सब्जेक्ट पे बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Why I gave you this example so that you can understand what I'm going to say next. So in this story, given by the autobiography of a yogi, उन्होंने बताया कि he was assigned a astral planet and he was the guardian of that astral planet. He was like the in charge, main in charge. This astral planet was called Hiranyalok. So, and then according to him, he explained all the life, which was there. कैसे वहाँ के लोग थे, कैसा उनका development था. They were more evolved than humans on Earth. And then he explained a lot of things. So you just need to search about this story. It's in the book, very, very popular book. It's a trending book, Autobiography of a Yogi. It's a beautiful book. So अगर आप spirituality के बारे में और जानना चाहते हैं, you should definitely read that book. All right. So coming back to our point, human being is a potential universe in the future. Whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, one day you and me, we will become planets. Then we will become solar systems. Then we will become galaxies. And that's the continuous expansion process of humans. That's the destiny we have. So we are in becoming process. We are in the process of becoming gods. ये fact जितने बार आप खुद को याद दिलाएंगे, you will get out of a lot of miseries in life. आप खुद को बहुत छोटा या कमजोर नहीं समझेंगे. Because seed is so delicate. आप देखेंगे किसी भी तरह का बीज जो होता है, it's so small, so delicate, but that seed is power packed with potential. Take example of human seed. Human sperm is microscopic. It's a single cell. Have you ever imagined the power of that single cell to produce an entire human being? That's the magnificence of God, which can create such a intelligent human being, such powerful entity out of a single cell. So I'm saying the soul in itself is also like a seed. जैसे कि sperm is a seed for creating physical body. Soul is a seed for creating a spiritual body, or you can say a future universe. ये information इसलिए important है जानना या समझना, so that you realize the, expansiveness of your journey. Life does not end when you die. That is the meaning. You continue to grow, continue to evolve, continue to journey through life. Life after life. Initially जब आपके कर्म जो है, कर्मों से जब आप बंधे हुए होते हैं, you live through physical births, but then there is astral births and astral deaths. There is mental births and mental deaths. इसका मतलब है that you are born on every plane of existence, and then you die in that existence also. So it's like you are living 7 lives at the same time. So आप बोलते हैं ना कि 7 जन्म तक साथ रहेंगे अपने पार्टनर के साथ में. You are there, you're living with your partner for 7 lifetimes. You, because you have 7 bodies. Just making a point. Anyways, next point. Next point आप भी read कर सकते हैं मेरे साथ. The different sheets, if I don't know if I've spelled it correctly, I think, yeah. So different sheets, bodies, vahan, vehicle, shariras are like, I should have write like, it's like pets and needs training and control. ये fact भी, you need to think about it. All your bodies, the physical body, आपके emotions, आपका mind, they are individual bodies. आपके जैसे फिजिकल बॉडी, जब एक बच्चा छोटा होता है, एज अ पेरेंट, लाइक यू, a lot of you are parents, right? Do you think the children need training in order to walk properly? या बस छोड़ दिया आपने पैदा करके और सब अपने आप से कर लेते हैं वो? They need potty training, they need eating training, they need to learn how to wear clothes and so on and so on. Is it correct, or I am saying something new? By the way, it's good to see all of you live during the session. So it's good if I can see you, like can keep the videos on, so I can see your expressions. Maybe you're not snoring, keeping the phone aside, keeping the video on and listening actively. Are you excited about the session, or is it boring? You can give honest feedback. It's okay. So my point is, I want to take you on a slow and gradual journey so that your understanding will remain constant. वो आपका understanding time के साथ कम नहीं होगा. It's like creating a foundation of the subject. So कुछ concepts होते हैं जो आगे जाके confuse होते हैं. That's why I'm creating a step by step ladder for you. So different sheets, I repeat, bodies, शरीरास, ये सब वर्ड्स आपको जब कोई भी स्पिरिचुअल टेक्स्ट पढ़ते हैं तो अलग अलग वर्ड्स आते हैं. कई जगह वर्ड वाहन लिखा रहता है तो आप सोचते हैं वाहन मीन्स व्हीकल, बट व्हाट इज दैट? आपने सुना होगा ये देवी का वाहन ये है, वो देवी का वाहन वो है. व्हाट डज दिस वर्ड वाहन मीन्स? इट मीन्स a body or a vessel. So it simply means a body. So or a sharir. So these are like pets and they need training and control. If you want to bring your life in control, if you want your life to be in a certain order, you need to train the body. And in order to train it, you should know how it works. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपका लाइफ इमोशनली बैलेंस्ड रहे, आप जान सके कि एस्ट्रल ट्रैवलिंग करते कैसे हैं, हाउ टू गो इन द इनर वर्ल्ड्स. जैसे फिजिकल वर्ल्ड में इफ यू वांट टू गो टू स्टेप स्टेप नंबर 1, या यहाँ से लेके दिल्ली तक जाना है, you can either fly or you can take a bike or you can take a car, you can go walking or a bullock cart and so on. But these are the means of transportation. Yes or no? But if I ask you, how do you do astral traveling? What is the means of traveling in the astral plane? Maybe a lot of us do not know this. So that's why the first step is creating a solid foundation of knowledge about the inner worlds. तभी आप इनर वर्ल्ड मतलब वहां पे जब जर्नी करेंगे, कॉन्शियसली कुछ प्रैक्टिसेस करेंगे, तो आपको ऑलरेडी जानकारी रहेगी ये सब चीजों की। जब तक आपको मालूम ही नहीं होगा कि आपके एस्ट्रल बॉडी को, मेंटल बॉडी को ट्रेन भी करना पड़ता है, यू नो, you will not bother about it. And because you don't bother about it, you can never control them, and actually rather they will control you. Always remember, if you don't control the horse will control you. If you don't control your pets, the pets will create chaos. सोचिए आपके घर में बहुत सारे पेट्स हैं, एंड इफ यू जस्ट अलाउ देम टू डू वट एवर दे वॉन्ट, 5-6 दिन बाद आपका घर कैसा रहेगा? सो सेम इज विथ योर बॉडीज. You need to take out time every single day to train them, educate them, bring them in a certain order, because you are the boss, you the soul. Okay, so think about it. Third point, through study and training, we can control these bodies and utilize them for our faster evolution. Now, I'm telling you this based on my readings, that it's very unfortunate, जो लोग clairvoyants होते हैं ना, जो लोगों के पास थर्ड आई होता है, they can, like theosophy में there are many spiritual scientists. So according to them, they can see a person's life cycles for thousands of years. मतलब एक इंसान के कम से कम 20-25-30 जन्म वो देख सकते हैं, रीड कर सकते हैं कि उसने क्या किया. So according to them, a lot of जनरल मासेस जो जिनकी डेथ होती है या जिनका एक लाइफ स्पैन होता है, जब उनके पास्ट लाइफ्स को लोग देखते हैं, they observe that these people have wasted incarnations. उन्होंने अपने कई सारे जन्म जस्ट वेस्ट कर दिए by ordinary living, eating, sleeping, waking up, going to find food, hunt food just like animals do, and bear children, और बस उसी प्रोसेस में, and they did not do anything extraordinary by finding out why they were born. So they wasted incarnations, not one lifetime, incarnations. It's such a pity, because आप पूछते हैं, like a lot of people ask, why are we sent again in this process of birth and death? कब ये इससे मुक्ति मिलेगी? I'm telling you the answer. The answer is, take responsibility to learn about yourself. Take time. Do not think that this is not important. Do not think that, going to a marriage or going for a movie, shopping, expensive stuff, उससे ये less important है. This is equally or more important, because this is about you the soul. So most people suffer in life due to imbalances or conflicts created in different bodies. Now, tell me, if you have 3 children, आपके घर में 3 बच्चे हैं, are they all same? Do they think similarly? Do they eat the same food? They like the same? Do they like the same clothing? In a similar way, आपके तीनों शरीर जो है, they have a consciousness, उनकी अपनी एक चेतना होती है. They have a consciousness of their own, and they have their own moods, they have their own requirements, and they will always be in conflict. जब तक कि soul, means the real self, जिसके बारे में हम लोग आगे और डीप में बात करेंगे, does not bring a certain order कि ये ऐसे ही होगा, this is right for you, that's why you will have to do this. So unless you create certain rules or certain guidelines, the bodies will always fight with each other, even though your physical body, emotional body and mind एक साथ है, एक ही सिस्टम या एक ही पैकेज का हिस्सा है. They have the power to influence each other. They have the power to deny each other's instructions. They have the power to be moody. That's why we say sometimes कुछ emotions आपको आपके certain decision making में affect करते हैं. Sometimes your mind becomes very foggy or unclear, so that action is barred. Sometimes your physical body is so tired or sick that even though you have a fantastic plan about something, you cannot do this. Have you not experienced that? So this is because we have never bothered to learn about these things. We have never took conscious interest in knowing and understanding that these bodies are different from each other. You are not just physical body, there are invisible bodies constantly acting, constantly changing the quality of your life. And just by understanding this difference, that आपके अलग अलग शरीर अलग अलग बिहेवियर करते हैं और उनको उनको कैसे कंट्रोल किया जा सके, you can actually live a much more balanced life. That's the science of yoga. That's the goal of yoga, initial goal, that the soul trains and regulates and disciplines the bodies so that वो finally अपना purpose पूरा कर पाए जिसके लिए वो धरती पे भेजा गया है. Are you with me? Is it are you able to understand जो हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं? Do you think it is important or it is not important? Yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, next points. So these facts actually help us, यानी हमारे माइंड प्रोसेस को अगर व्हाट इज दैट वर्ड, उसको शेक नहीं किया टाइम पे. इट्स लाइक बुद्धा, यू नो, वंस बुद्धा केम टू द टाउन, जब उन्होंने इल्यूमिनेशन अचीव किया, जब उनको एनलाइटनमेंट हुआ, तो ही वॉज पासिंग थ्रू अ टाउन, तो एक किसी व्यक्ति ने उनको देखा और उनके चेहरे पे बहुत ग्लो था, बहुत तेज था. तो उसके ग्लो को देख के उन्हें पूछा कि आप बहुत पहुंचे हुए महात्मा मालूम पड़ते हैं, यू नो, व्हाट इज द सीक्रेट, या आपका नाम क्या है, हु आर यू? You know what Buddha said? He said, I am awake and I am there. I'm going to make other people awake. मतलब हम सब जो है एक तरीके से spiritually asleep है. हमें हमारी रियलिटी पता ही नहीं है. एंड हम सोचते हैं कि हम जागे हुए हैं, आंखें तो खुली है, बट हमारी जो मन की आंखें हैं, इनर आइज, वो क्लोज्ड है. वी डोंट सी. जैसे मैंने बताया ना कि जो विजन है, इट इज वेरी ट्यूबुलर विजन. बहुत पिन होल में से हम लाइफ को देखते हैं, बहुत छोटा सा देखते हैं. सो वी नीड टू ब्रॉडन दिस सो दैट वी कैन सी मोर. ओके, नाउ लेट्स रीड दिस पॉइंट्स जो मैंने लिखे हैं यहाँ पे. Think of the space or akasha around us as a fertile soil which not only preserves the thoughts we think, but nourishes them and bring it closer to reality as we keep repeating the same thoughts, words, and actions. Now, this is connected to karma. I'm trying to explain you something. अपने आसपास देखिए. I want you to look around you. Really look around you. What do you see other than the physical stuff, मतलब आपका घर and everything? What do you see in between them? Can you type it? Just type, what do you see? Space, right? When you go out, when you look at the sky, between you and the stars, what do you see? Can you type it? You see the space, right? Space is not just up. This, where your hand is moving, where there's nothing, there is space. What is this space? What? No, that's not vacuum. This space is spiritual soil. I repeat, ये जो space है आपके आसपास जिसके अंदर आप हैं, this is the spiritual soil. ये spiritual soil की कुछ qualities है. एक quality ये है कि आप जो हर एक चीज सोचते हैं, वो सब ये soil में जमा होती है बीज के रूप में. आप सोचिए, एक जो झाड़ होता है उसमें कई सारे फल होते हैं. जब वो फल सूख जाते हैं, कई बार उसमें से वो फल फूटता है, जैसे यू नो सम फ्रूट्स दे जस्ट ब्रेक, तो उसमें से बहुत सारे बीज गिरते हैं. then the seeds go into the ground and then more trees come out. Similarly, हमारे हर एक विचार ये स्पेस जो है, जो आपको एम्प्टी स्पेस दिखती है, एक्चुअली ये सॉइल है. इट्स अ वेरी फर्टाइल सॉइल which can help, which can help it's like create something for you, for your future, for your life. So आपका हर एक विचार ये सॉइल के अंदर में जमा होता है. Now if this विचार और thought which you create is weak, even though ये सॉइल फर्टाइल है, वो कुछ समय के बाद में कुछ ग्रो होगा, but then it will destroy or it will disintegrate. बट अगर आपका कोई विचार बहुत मजबूत है, बहुत स्ट्रांग है, तो वो जमीन को पकड़ लेगा, स्पिरिचुअल सॉइल को पकड़ लेगा, एंड स्लोली इट विल ग्रो इनटू रियलिटी. इट विल मैनिफेस्ट. व्हाट इट मींस इज, आंखों से कई बार कोई चीजें दिखती नहीं है हमें, बट इट डजंट मीन दैट दे डू नॉट एग्जिस्ट. एवरीथिंग दैट यू सी अराउंड यू, you have created it. The home, the children, the family, the kind of life you have, आपके आपका इमोशनल लाइफ, आपका स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ, आपके challenges, these all were your seeds. ये सब आपके सीड्स थे, मेंटल सीड्स, जो कभी आपने पहली बार सोचा होगा. And once you keep repeating these thoughts, keep repeating the same words, they start to become your reality. And why do they become reality? Because you are inside the spiritual soil we call the space. This space is not empty. It is a very, very fertile space. Why are we talking about this? Because it has a connection to the entire journey we are going to make, this spiritual journey. The cosmic, now, next point, the cosmic computer, invisibly omnipresent, called the divine mind, is the record book of every action or activity. So in this same space which you see, which you think is like kuch nahi hai, is actually a very advanced computer. And this computer is called the divine mind. This is the living, where, listen carefully, this is the living Akashic record around you, which you cannot see with your eyes. So why am I talking about this? It means it has all the data, it has all the information which you need to grow. It has all the patterns, designs of a very successful life. इसे बोलते हैं, कई बार लोग contemplation में होते हैं, they are meditating and suddenly they have this idea, and that idea becomes $1 billion idea. They convert that idea into reality, and then they bring something awesome. Similarly, they are contemplating, but on a very negative way. They have the idea of killing someone or making a bomb blast or something. So everything comes from the same space around you. It's a fertile space. आपका हर एक विचार grow होगा, and it will become a potential of something, some kind of creation. So it is connected to your karma. So if you ask me what is law of karma, look around you. It's a fertile soil which grows anything you put in it. I repeat, the law of karma is an energy which is all around you. It facilitates creation. It's a creative energy जो आपके हर एक विचारों पे एक्ट करती है, आपके हर एक वर्ड्स पे एक्ट करती है, आपके हर एक एक्शन पे एक्ट करती है. बट उसके बाद क्या होगा, वो तो टाइम बताएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपने एक ऐसा विचार क्रिएट किया जो बहुत डिस्ट्रक्टिव है, आपने एक ऐसी फैक्ट्री बनाई जिसमें कुछ ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स ग्रो किए या डेवलप किए विच आर हार्मफुल टू मैनकाइंड. तो ऑब्वियसली व्हेन अदर्स विल सफर, देयर इज गोइंग टू बी ए कॉन्सिक्वेंस. उनकी सफरिंग से जो थॉट्स क्रिएट होंगे, दे आर गोइंग टू कम टू यू. So it's a very elaborative matter, but in simple words, जो भी आप आज लाइफ में सफरिंग देख रहे हैं, या आपने सुना होगा कि मृत्यु के बाद भी हेल होता है या इनर वर्ल्ड में सफरिंग होती है, दैट इज ऑल कनेक्टेड टू दिस स्पेस. रिमेंबर, दिस स्पेस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो वेदर यू हैव अ हाउस और नॉट, whether you are rich or poor, whether you live in a bungalow or a hut, this space is same for everyone. Now, why am I saying this? It means each one of us have the equal opportunity to become great. Each one of us have equal opportunity to become godly because the space is same for everyone. Even though आप जहां आज हैं वो आपके पिछले कर्मों के वजह से आज जिस भी पॉइंट पे हैं, but you have the potential within you. That's why I'm reminding you again and again. You have the potential to become godly. You and me, we are already gods in seed form. You just need to nurture it. So मैंने आपको एक सीड आइडिया दिया, एक सीड थॉट दिया. इस पे आप जितना मेडिटेट करेंगे, जितना सोचेंगे, you will be able to develop your inner potentials by believing in it. Everything is connected to, belief is a force. Faith is a force. It is like a fertilizer. According to one of the teacher in Theosophy, his name is Torkom Saraydarian, he says, in future, there will be instruments which can measure faith. Faith is a substance, it's a living energy, which is like a fertilizer, जो आपके विचारों को बहुत तेजी से मैनिफेस्ट करता है. So I gave you a seed that you are a child of God or you are a God and you have potential to create infinite possibilities in your life if you can believe it, including, you don't have to die to experience inner world like yogis. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि एस्ट्रल प्लेन्स में जाए या क्लेयरवॉयंस डेवलप करे या अपने डिपार्टेड लव्ड वन से मिले, you can do that, but you need to start believing in it first. Then the next step comes how you manifest it. Clear? So every action, every karma is dependent on your utilization of the space around you or the energy around you, which you utilize to create your thoughts, then your feelings and your actions. Then next point, spiritual awakening means taking conscious effort towards knowledge of the self. आप हर दिन अगर इस सेशन से जुड़ेंगे और if you can stay till the end of the session, I guarantee you, you will have a spiritual awakening. Not because of me, but because of the power of this knowledge. It comes from the great spiritual teachers. It is not my knowledge. I have learned it. I've seen certain transformations in my life. That's why I want to share this. We are made in the image and likeness of God. To study ourselves will eventually understand our creator. And the long-term goal जो है इस study का वो ये है that by understanding God's creation, you will understand the creator. Because it is said in many spiritual teachings that we are made in the image and likeness of God. So there was a statement called, let us make man in our image, male and female. That is a term from Bible. Let us make man in our image, male and female. So when they say make him in image, it doesn't mean that God has, two eyes and two ears and a nose with two holes. It simply means that the soul it has the potential of godliness. The soul is capable of doing great things. That is why in life we see some people with extraordinary capabilities. कभी आपको नहीं लगता कि आपके अंदर भी extraordinary capabilities होना चाहिए? Who feels it? Can you tell me? Let me just for a moment. Let's read this. Then we will discuss this. In order to break the cycle of living and dying, and liberate oneself, one has to accumulate as many life experiences and gain wisdom from them. That is what makes the soul grow and pregnant. I've literally put the word pregnant there, and there's a reason for it. So, quick question: how many of you really think that you can do great things in life? Yeah, you have the potential. मतलब कल से हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, राइट? How many of you think or can say that you can do great things in life? You have the potential of doing extraordinary things. Only a few hands. To understand this, there's a joke. I will tell you this story. So it was shared by a friend. He said कि एक बार एक झाड़ के नीचे एक गरीब आदमी बैठा हुआ था, एंड ही हैज उसके कटोरे में सिर्फ एक रोटी थी, एंड आई थिंक देयर वाज सम चटनी और नो, ही जस्ट हैज रोटी, एंड आई थिंक ही हैज सम वाटर. तो वो रोटी को पानी में डुबा के खाता आंखें बंद करके, और ही वाज ट्राइंग टू एंजॉय इट. तो देयर वाज अ पासिंग बाय पर्सन, जो उसने देखा उसको रोटी को पानी में डुबाते हुए, और उसको पूछा, ये क्या कर रहे हो? तो बोल रहे हो कि भैया गरीब आदमी हूँ, मैं चटनी भी अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता, रोटी के साथ में. तो सोच रहा हूँ कि चटनी खा रहा हूँ, मैं पानी में डुबा रहा हूँ, बट सोच रहा हूँ कि चटनी खा रहा हूँ. तो आदमी बोलता है, भैया अगर सोच ही रहे हो तो पालक पनीर क्यों नहीं सोचते? तो व्हाट ही सेज, भैया गरीब आदमी हूँ, मैं तो सपने में भी पालक पनीर नहीं सोच सकता. सो दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम. Our mindset is like a pinhole. We need to really try to stretch it, expand it to see that we are capable of doing great things. Then you have to believe it. Remember the two words which you learn. आज के सेशन से अगर आप कुछ एक एसेंस लेके जाना चाहते हैं, remember this word. Faith is a living substance. Faith is a real energy, and faith, like in many teachings we say faith can move mountains. But that's what the religion says. I am giving you a new insight which came to me just when I was sharing about faith. Faith is a fertilizer which can make a plant grow very, very fast. So the plant is the plant of your visions or your dreams. You want to achieve something, you should have faith. If you want to believe, if you don't believe that you have godly potential, if you do not have faith in yourself, you can never become that. और इसीलिए आपको कई सारे जन्म लेने पड़ेंगे till the day you believe it. So why do you want to wait for hundreds of lifetimes just to believe this? Isn't that, I mean, waste of your time? There's nothing wrong in at least experimenting. ठीक है, I don't believe completely कि faith से सब कुछ होता है, but कोशिश करके देखते हैं. Let's try, even if I fail, because obviously faith cannot be, faith is something you need to earn by passing through the trials of life. You should not give up. Now the last sentence जो हमने डिस्कस किया था, that उस point को I want to explain. It is connected to rebirth. You will continue to take birth again and again and again till the day your soul doesn't become spiritually pregnant and it delivers something. It's a different analogy altogether. Maybe you have not heard this before, but think of your soul as a womb which is gathering energy, which is gathering material to create something. This material is your life experience. And using that life experience, the soul is creating something in its womb, and it is getting more and more pregnant. A day will come that there is enough experience, enough energy, enough material that something is created out of it. It's like, जैसे अंडा फूटता है तो उसमें से मुर्गी बाहर निकलती है, या ककून टूटता है when the caterpillar cannot is big enough, the egg or whatever you call it, the cocoon, it breaks and the butterfly is released. You remember this? You have seen in school, in science class. So same is with the soul. you need to accumulate unique life experiences through lifetimes, so that one day you break that cocoon, you deliver the baby. Or maybe you are that caterpillar inside, you're gathering enough material so that you grow. One day you will be big enough to break the cocoon and then fly. Think about it. Meditate on what we discussed today, because within it is hidden, the mystery of life and death. बर्थ का जो साइकिल है उसका मिस्ट्री इसी से जुड़ा हुआ है. And another point to this is, if you insist on having the same experience over and over again, it is just like you want to build a building just with bricks. यानी सोचिए कि आपको एक घर बनाना है. घर बनाने में you need different materials or not? Do you need different colors? Do you need different structure for every room? Is bedroom and bathroom the same size and the same equipments? So just by imagining this concept, that in order to create your home, you need hundreds of types of material for interior, for exterior, and so on. तब जाके एक ब्यूटीफुल घर बनता है जिसमें आप कई साल रहते हैं. And you are just trying to make that house with only bricks, not even cement. ये example मैंने इसलिए दिया because some people, they insist on having the same experience of life over and over and over again, and that is why they are sent back to live, go back on earth, so that one day they will realize घर सिर्फ ईट से नहीं बनता है. You need at least 100 types of material to create a beautiful house. So you need to first know about that material and then collect that material. Are you able to understand the analogy? So the soul in a way is a Freemason. So Freemasons जो होते हैं, they're like another spiritual school जहाँ पे they tell that the soul is like a mason, which is creating a temple. And that temple requires different kind of materials. So within you also, you are creating a temple, and that temple requires different materials. These materials are your deeds, your actions, lifetime after lifetime. So you need to know what are these materials and how do you gather them, so while you're alive. Because जब आप जाएंगे और काम अधूरा रहेगा, मटीरियल मतलब आपका टेम्पल बना नहीं रहेगा, तो बारिश में भीगेंगे. I mean, just symbolically saying. Or you have to just stay on the street because the house is not complete. So you will be sent again to gather more material, something like that. So आज के लिए maybe we will stop here. I want